Amazing. So, hey everyone, I welcome everyone today on our new demo, which is 15th demo already. That's amazing. And today we're going to discuss our recent releases, which are basically to support Moonbeam and Moonriver staking. Then we're going to talk and actually go through every feature for Aleph Zero network staking of AZERO token, right? Then we're going to discuss and see the preview of cross-chain transfers and the whole state of the ecosystem for them in the Polkadot and Kusama, of course. And then we're going to take a look on the updated roadmap, right? So let's begin. So while we're waiting others to join, I will quickly remind you the links to follow the No Wallet development. Of course, you can always find every useful information on nowallet.io website. That website is going to be updated quite soon, so expect us to announce it in the social media. Feel free to join our Telegram chats and groups, as well as follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and join our Element chat. All right, so let's continue. So Moonbeam and Moonriver staking version 2.8 update. I think we have dedicated tons of the time on our previous demo, so you can visit the recording on our YouTube channel and see like the dive through the all features of staking on Moonbeam and Moonriver networks. But to summarize, we have delivered an update to provide access for the mobile users to stake their tokens on-chain into the convenient interface of No Wallet. So now our users can view the MOVR GLMR network staking info, such as like minimal stake, total staked in the network, and so on, as well as they can see the staking analytics, which is kind of a unique feature across the whole application space. So they can see total rewards as well as rewards history. Of course, they can start staking, stake more tokens, unstake tokens, manage their collators, so stake more, unstake, and to have alerts about the staking. So everything what you can do on the Moonbeam and Moonriver networks to manage your staking is available in No Wallet and even more, such as, for example, staking analytics and alerts. So yes, feel free to download the latest application. MOVR and GLMR staking is finally supported. Now let's proceed to Aleph Zero staking. That I believe we have released like a couple of days ago. I think it was on Wednesday, but so far the feedback was really great. Worth to mention that Aleph Zero staking is based on Polkadot and Kusama staking. So UX is very similar to how our existing users experienced the DOT and KSM staking in the Nova, right? But we applied several refinements just to allow users to access the AZERO staking right into No Wallet. So to be short, and we will go through all these features on today's demo, but worth to mention that everything what you can do once again on the blockchain itself, so on Aleph Zero network, is now available in No Wallet. And once again, you have access to something even beyond the regular features, such as staking analytics to see your total rewards. You can see your rewards history whenever you go to AZERO token info. And of course, you have alerts if something goes wrong with your staking. You always have a notification about it and a suggestion how to fix it. So let's try and take a look on AZERO staking today. Give me a second. And let me switch to my Android device. By the way, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them to the Zoom chat or to the chat in Momentum. Once we will finish the demo of AZERO staking, we will address the questions. So let's start with AZERO demo. Now, whenever you go to the staking tab in No Wallet, you have now a lot of options, right? Including the newest one, which is AZERO token. So once you switch to it, you have a really concise information about the staking in the network, such as total staked amount in both tokens and fiat. You have information about the minimal stake amount, which is coming directly from the blockchain. So there is nothing what comes from No Wallet side in terms of limitations. And moreover, just to clarify, No Wallet doesn't take any additional commissions from the staking rewards. So everything you see in a No Wallet and everything you receive in no wallet is basically coming from the blockchain itself, completely without any like percentages. Now you can also see the active nominators, so how many people staking right now on Aleph Zero network. And it's interesting because before we released the application, it was 6,600, right? And now it's more than 300 people joined staking, which is, I think it's great results, right? We also state a staking period, which is unlimited whenever you do the staking on chain. That's very important because many users coming to the application from, let's say, centralized exchanges, in which they usually have those limitations in terms of how long you can stake there. So they have time periods like 30, 60, 90 days, right? Whenever you do staking on chain, you basically can stake as long as you want, right? And unstaking period. Once again, this is something what is coming from the blockchain itself and depends on how fast blocks are producing, right? And that's why in Nova wallet is smart enough to adjust this parameter according to the real block production time. And actually, to unstake the AZERO tokens, it takes not 14 days, but 13 days, 22 hours to be precise. So, which is great as well. And of course, you have all information regarding the earnings. So if you're going to stake a AZERO token directly on chain on Aleph Zero network using no wallet, this is your gains, right? So approximately like 1.1% monthly, and yearly it's 14 something percent, which is APY. Worth to mention, you can get the idea how we calculate this. So the 14 point something is the maximum API, and the average API is also accessible from no wallet. So you can have an idea like what would be your total gains, right? Because once again, these rewards are coming from the blockchain and are subject for multiple factors like how fast your validators is producing blocks and so on. Now, let's try to go and stake the AZERO tokens. So we will hit this big blue button, start staking. And now we see a screen in which we have our balance, which is available to be staked, which is in this case 102 AZERO. So we barely higher than the minimum amount, right? So let's go ahead and enter 100 here. Now, we have now two options. So Aleph Zero network is advanced enough to auto-compound your rewards automatically. So if you want to do so, you just leave it as it is. So right now, by default, it's set on the restake rewards, right? But if you would like to have your rewards in a transferable balance, so let's say you would like to stake 100 AZERO tokens, and whenever you receive from the staking rewards perspective, that would be in your transferable balance, right? So that will be available for you to transfer out of the bet, right? Moreover, if you're going to select transferable rewards, you can go and do something cool, which is select another account to receive these rewards. So by default, we're selecting, of course, your account, but you can select any account that you have in the no wallet to be a receiver account for these transferable rewards, right? But I like my rewards to be restaked, so I will proceed with the first option. If you want to have more information about how these rewards are produced, feel free to visit this button. That will actually redirect you to the Polkadot Wikipedia, where everything is explained in like very precise details. So yeah, back to our screen. We have entered our amount. We decided to restake our rewards, so we have not touched anything here. We have information about network fee, which is very small one on Aleph Zero network. So we tap continue. Now the magic happens. In the most cases for staking on chain, it's always a question how to select either validators or collators. So it's always a complex step for user to do, right? However, in Nova, we decided to go further, and no wallet actually is smart and advanced enough to fetch all the validators from the network, apply criteria to maximize the profitability and reliability from staking, and then selects the best of the best validators or collators, right? So now, as a user, I have two options. I can just hit this big blue button to continue to stake with recommended validator, or I can select validator by myself. For example, my friend is validating on Aleph Zero network, or I do know about certain validator and I would like to support him, right, or her. So I have both options. So let's go and see what will be if I would like to stake by myself, right? So I can select any validator here, right? And then proceed with the staking them, or I can select the recommended validator, right? Which will automatically select the best of the best validator at this moment in the Aleph Zero network. And then I can preview the details about this validator, like how much nominators it has, how much to stake, and what is the reward ratio, and so on. And then I just press continue and confirming my staking. Now, on the confirm screen, we made sure that you have all the information to understand what's going on, right? So you're about to start staking with 100 AZERO tokens, which is fiat value of that, from your wallet, from your account. This is your network fee. Reward destination is restake your rewards, right? And here's your selected validator, right? So you can tap here and see validator which you have selected. Now, the amazing details here also located on the bottom as so-called staking tips. You have information how often you will get the rewards from your staking, which is 23 hours, right? So token and stake produce rewards each era, which is 33 hours. During unstaking period, so if I am as a user would like to unstake my tokens, then during this time period, which is 13 days, 22 hours, right? I will not receive rewards, right? That's how staking works on the blockchain level. Third point is that after unstaking period, you need to redeem your tokens. So you need to go to your Node wallet and hit the button redeem your tokens, right? So that's just a reminder about it. And the fourth one, to unstake tokens, you will have to wait for the unstaking period. So we are making sure that before user is making any action, they are acknowledged about all the staking conditions. Like, what if I would like to stop staking? What if I would like to, I don't know how often I will receive my rewards, right? So everything here is available before user starts staking. So this is very important. So all in all, once I will tap this button, which is confirm, I will start staking. So let's go quickly from this process just to see how fast it is to stake with Node wallet. So I hit start staking, I enter amount, which is 100. I tap continue to stake with recommended validators, I confirm it, and I confirm my staking. That's it. So that's actually what it takes to start staking AZERO in Node wallet, right? So now what we see is basically the following screen. We have information that our stake is 100 AZERO. That's exactly what we entered before. And we also see a timer or a countdown in which our staking will be activated, right? And it says like waiting for next era, and this timer is actually fetching information from the blockchain and shows everything for us. We also have this alert just to make sure that user understands that staking will start in the next era. And yeah, feel free to check the staking after this. Now, we also have this all actions in the Node wallet to manage your AZERO staking. So you can stake more, right? So I can go here, I can tap one AZERO, for example. And yeah, once again, I see the network fee, and I also see the tip that I will receive increased rewards because I just increased my staking in the next era. So we should wait for more time, which is like 1 day, so that my changes for staking will be applied on the blockchain level. So let's hit that one. Let's hit confirm. And once again, since our staking is not started yet, it just accumulated, and now I have 101 AZERO in stake. Notice how fast it works, right? Because Node wallet is connected directly to the blockchain. And what is very nice here is that Aleph Zero is, I think, the only network with that fast block production time. So it takes, I think, 1 second for Aleph Zero network to produce blocks. That's why everything you do with your AZERO tokens on Aleph Zero happening very fast. So it's like 1 second and it's applied on blockchain already, which is amazing. I can also unstake my tokens, right? So I can see my transfer balance here. I can see my staked balance here, and I can see my network fee, right? So, and once again, I see my tips, which will provide me understanding about unstaking process. So I don't know, let's try to unstake some 0.5 tokens. Let's tap continue, confirm. And now remember that unstaking takes time on the blockchain, right? And now I have this additional widget, which is saying that, hey, you have 0.5 AZERO in unstaking, and here's the countdown. As soon as that will reach 0, we will have an option to redeem tokens, and that button will be available, right? Controversially, if I would like to cancel this unstaking, I can just tap cancel. And there are options depending on how much unstaking request you have, but I would like to unstake. I would like to return to stake everything I just unstaked. So I tap confirm, boom, that disappeared. And once again, I have 101 AZERO tokens in my staking. So that's the most basic operations, right? To stake more and to unstake them. Now, yeah, you probably noticed this huge widget with your rewards, but of course, since I just started to stake, this is 0 rewards. But for the people who have been already staking, for example, using Polkadot.js, they can easily import their accounts to Node Wallet using mnemonic passphrase or restore.json, whatever format they prefer, right? And they will load all the information from their historical staking before. So you will see your actual rewards, which you were receiving while staking using the Polkadot.js, but you haven't received this information because you had to manually calculate it because, yeah, it was not showing there. But now in Novo, you have access to this information. Now, let's discuss more advanced features for staking. So we just discussed like how to stake more, how on stake, how to return to stake, right? But let's discuss something a bit more advanced. So reward destination. Remember the time when during the start staking, we were selecting like either restake or transferable rewards. So you can change it at any moment. So after you started staking, right? And for example, you changed your mind. So now I don't want to restake my rewards. Instead, I want to have my rewards received as a transferable tokens, right? So I hit continue, confirm. And once again, this is submitted to the blockchain that updated my staking setup. So now my rewards won't be restaked, but instead I will receive them as a transferable balance, right? But once again, I'm not that type of the person, so I'd like to restake my rewards. I go back here, I change it. So you see, it happens blazingly fast. Now, the most difficult part, probably, controller account. Our mission here was to both educate the users, so to provide an understanding what is controller account and why you need it for. And at the second point, our goal was to provide a convenient interface to manage it, so to set up it, basically. So all in all, the goal of controller account is to delegate your staking management operations, such as unstake, redeem, return to stake, change validators, set reward destination, to another account. Why you need it? Because that allows you to offload your main account, which was used to start staking, right, from any devices connected to the internet, and instead use another account just to manage your staking. It can have like a low amount of tokens, but still it has access to all the staking and only staking operations of your main account. So it may sound a bit complex and advanced, but lots of people are using it, right? And in our case, during start staking, we decided to exclude this step. So by default, whenever you start staking in Node Wallet, your stash and controller account is the same one, because for the most of users, that's the way to go, right? But if you're an advanced user and you understand it and you need it, then you can do it in No Wallet. But yeah, I'm usually using this setup, which is a simple way for me. So yeah. Now, the next feature here is unpaid rewards. If we go here, we will have also an explanation of what's going on here. To be short, rewards on the blockchain are paid by the validators, usually, right? And usually validators doing this every 2 or 3 days, because usually human beings are running the validators and they are doing the process either like automatically or they're doing it manually. So it can take time for them to distribute the rewards, right? However, anyone can initiate the payout of the rewards. So if there will be a situation that you have some unpaid rewards and you're, let's say, in a rush, right? No wallet will allow you to claim those rewards immediately, with only exception that you will need to pay the fee to the blockchain, right? So it's very important from our perspective to provide the users a transparency here, so they can see always the unpaid rewards with all the countdowns, amounts, and so on, just for them to understand that, hey, I'm going to receive that rewards eventually, probably in 2 or 3 days, or maybe less, right? Or I can pay out them right now. So it's up to the users to decide. And the last one, your validators, right? Here we can have an access to check our validator, which we have selected either from recommended algorithm or manually, right? I can also access the details about validator, right? So all the information about like a status, nominators, total stake. We can see like own stake, stake which coming from nominators, and total one, and of course estimated reward. And I can change it. So once again, the same flow that we saw in a start staking, we can always use either recommended validators or selected validator by ourselves, right? So yeah, that is allowed. Moreover, whenever you will start staking, you will have always up-to-date statuses for your validator. So if your stake will be active and assigned to elected validator, that screen will adapt to it. And I will show it how it looks like. All in all, that's all what you can have for Aleph Zero staking in No Wallet, right? You can also access this general information about staking, but we minimize it by default whenever you start staking so that it will save you screen time, screen space, sorry. And yeah, that's how it looks like. Let me switch to another account, which already was staking for a time, right? So that's how you will see your account with like rewards available, staking active. So we put a huge green label that it's active and everything is good, right? We also, whenever we go to the your validator screen, we have information that, hey, you just nominated this amount of AZERO tokens to that validator, everything is good, your validator is good. So that is also visible, right? And moreover, if I will go to the details of my AZERO token, I would be able to see rewards history. So you can see that yesterday I have received that amount of AZERO token, on June 15th, that amount of token, and so on. So you have access for all your staking rewards history in No Wallet, which is amazing once again. And of course, you can go to the details, you can check it on the blockchain, so everything is available here. Right, I think we have covered all the features which we have here, right? Except I think alerts, but we have seen how it will look like, especially if we will go back to this account. Generally, alerts is something to attract the attention from the user to either call to action or to warn about something, right? So in this case, we are notifying users that, hey, don't worry, your staking will be started in like 23 something hours, right? And if something going on with the user stake, that will also be visible here with recommended action available. Whew, all right, I think we have covered now everything. So once again, that update is up and available in App Store and Google Play. Feel free to download it, feel free to update to it. And of course, leave your review on App Store and Google Play The team is loving it. So let me switch to the questions in the chat. We will need Ledger Nano X with Bluetooth for Ledger support later in Q3, right? I think so, right? Because the Ledger Nano X, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the only devices which Ledger has with the Bluetooth support, and the Bluetooth support is required to connect the Node wallet with the Ledger device, right? So yes, more languages in the work. I would say that we are defining the process of it, how to involve community to help us to translate the Node wallet to different languages and to somehow reward them, right? But yes, we are thinking about extending the languages list in the application. Turkish and German would be sweet. Noted. So we need to transfer our AZERO tokens to Node wallet first so we can stake. Actually, no. You can go to settings if you're already using the Node wallet, or whenever you download the Node wallet, you have an option to create a new wallet or to import your wallet, because there is a button already have a wallet, and then you can use your mnemonic, seed, restore JSON, whatever you have for your account, and you will successfully inject your account to the Node wallet, and everything you did probably in a Polkadot.js, right, will be available right in Node wallet with all this historical data like transaction history, staking setup, and so on. Does Node wallet also support swap between tokens, and can we buy AZERO using it? We are working, well, not working, but we are exploring our solutions to swap tokens natively in Node wallet. Right now, you can go to the dApp section, select something like DeFi, and you will find lots of swap applications like RSwap, BeamSwap, SolarBeam, SolarFlare, StelSwap, so lots of them, and you can use it. As for AZERO, we don't have yet an option to on-ramp using Nova, but we will also explore it. Because right now, I believe you can on-ramp some of the tokens using Nova, like .ksm, MOVR GLMR. Is there a Google Chrome Brave extension for PC for Node wallet? No, but we are working on our second product, which would be a desktop application, right? So yeah, stay tuned for the announcement and news. Yeah, you're very welcome, Zoran. Let me also switch to the Momentum folks to see if we have a questions there. Is there any airdrop for no one now? No, but we are considering to do something, but not with the tokens, but maybe with something else. So yeah, stay tuned for this. When you select validator, can you later on change it if you don't like? Yes, I think we have shown this feature. You have to unstake and then you select. Yeah, so for the AZERO staking, for the Polkadot staking, for Kusama staking, and for Polkadex staking, sorry for this crash. But yeah, for Polkadot, Kusama, Aleph Zero, and Polkadex staking, you don't need to unstake the tokens for changing your validators, right? You can just update it depending on your setup. For Moonbeam and Moonriver, I think the process that you need to initiate unstaking, right? And then you would be able to, to select new validator or collator. Good question, not sure. Well, clean staking flow, yes. Wallet doesn't, yes. So no wallet connects directly to the blockchain, right? We don't have any middlewares in between your mobile device and blockchain nodes themselves. Also, the code of Node Wallet and everything we use, like SDKs, tools, are in open source, so we can come and make sure that this is a decentralized wallet, and we don't store and don't collect any data from the users, basically, and you can verify it by visiting the App Store and Google Play pages. I think they directly stated, yes, so data not collected. Developer does not collect any data from this app. So all data remains only on your device. Questions? I can do Slovenian. Nice. Feel free to join the Telegram group and let us know. So Wallet is like Polkadot.js with great features and user-friendly UI. Yes. Yes, exactly. If you consider Polkadot.js to be like a self-custodial application, yes, that's the answer. All right, I think we have addressed all the questions. So let's come back to our demo slides. Cross-chain transfers in Nova user interface. So here is the flow, how it will look like, right? Instead of looking on the screenshots and the mockups, let's switch to the prototype. Sorry. Here. I hope you can see it. So let's imagine that we enter the Kusama token. Now we tap the send button just like we have right now. We will have information that we are going to send Kusama KSM token from Kusama to Kusama, basically, right? And here we have just a regular recipient address and amount. And now, since this is highlighted in the blue, kind of, we can select a different network, right? So we can see that we can do the transfer on-chain, which will be like a regular Kusama transfer, or we can select a cross-chain transfer. And for the options, we have like a Moonriver, Karura, StateMine, just for an example, right? Let's select a Moonriver, and we see that the title is adapted now, and it's pretty much like a human-friendly form, how to put it, right? So you're sending KSM token from Kusama network to Moonriver network, and now you need to enter address. And in some cases, people would like to just move the tokens, their own tokens between one network to another. So that's why we now have a myself button. And also you have, the paste and QR code scan buttons. But if I tap myself, that will automatically inject my address from Moonriver network, which is corresponding to my Moonriver address in Nova Wallet, into this field, right? And I just need to enter the amount, tap continue, confirm, and here it is. So in the operation history, it will be also marked as a cross-chain transfer, right? And it will be available for everyone to see. Now, the UI is pretty straightforward, I would say, right? So the next question would be, what cross-chain transfers we will support? And the answer is that we will support as much of them as possible. Now, if we will take a look on channels, open channels on Kusama and Polkadot, right? Shout out to this amazing application. Let me open and show how it works. So it provides you information in real time about all these open channels. So you can visit this website by using this URL, or using our slides, which will be published on the YouTube. You can come and visit it. But that's the state of the network and the ecosystem currently. So you can see how much channels are open, for example, between Moonriver and other parachains, or between Karura. And that will give you an idea what kind of tokens you can already move between what chains, right? So for example, on Karura, you can operate with the Moonriver tokens, with the StateMine tokens, with the Bifrost tokens, Turing tokens. So here's how you can interpret this. Now on the Polkadot, it's a bit less of the networks because the channels were activated pretty much recently, right? But once again, here's what you can do with the cross-chain transfers once they will be available in Nova Wallet. So for example, to move tokens from Akala to Moonbeam and vice versa. So that's the user interface. That's the opportunities for the cross-chain transfers. That is something what we are working on. Stay tuned. I'm pretty sure that on the next demo, we will have a great progress in this direction. Speaking of the progress, let's take a look on our roadmap. So we decided to divide it in 3 stages. So first one is something what we delivered this year, which is DApp browser, NFT support, interface improvements, EVM DApp support, and MOVR GLMR, Polkadot, and Aleph Zero staking, right? As well as achievement of having 50 networks and 110 tokens support in Nova Wallet, right? And also something that we are working on right now. So you can see that we are working right now on the cross-chain transfers, on the watch mode, on the cold wallets integration such as Party Signer and Ledger, and on the community requested features. You can expect all of this by the end of the Q3 this year. Now to the end of the next quarter and end of this year, you can expect the governance, the community requested features, more networks added, more staking options added, and also multi-sig features. So this just to provide you an insight what's coming, right? We will update this roadmap as soon as we have more information, like regarding networks and staking options. We'll clarify it, but that's just to provide you a visibility. And also keep in mind that you can always request any features you would like to see in a No Wallet by going to this link, nowallet.canny.io, and going to the feature exploration tab. And yeah, let us know what you would like to see in No Wallet. Right, so I think that's it. That page pretty much summarized what I have already presented on the roadmap. Once again, our current focus is to complete the Moonbeam grant, which is cross-chain transfers between the Moonbeam networks, Moonbeam and Moonriver networks and others. As well as we will be focused on our second Kusama Treasury grant, cold wallets, more cross-chain transfers, governance, and community requested features, right? And on top of that, we are also working with subquery team in order to improve our data sources, which we are using for showing you an operational history and other cool stuff. So yeah, I think that would be it. Thank you so much for everyone joined. Let me check the chat. I think we don't have any more questions. Let me check Momentum chat as well. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. So thanks everyone who joined. I wish you a happy weekend and see you in 2 weeks. Have a great one. Bye.